What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with another CJ Sports and Entertainment video again. Watching on Facebook, you can hit the link and subscribe through YouTube. Appreciate it. On YouTube, of course, you just hit the gray subscribe button and we good. But today talking about the young big man, the big man that people throw around loosely, the word superstar, all-star, and all that other stuff. When they talking about them, and we talk about the older guys in the league, that's big men too, and you wonder why. You look at some of these guys and you be like, why are they on losing teams or non-playoff team or not having the impact that they should be having? And it's pretty simple, man. Nobody wants to play predominantly through the post. All these big guys want to float up, hit the mid-range, stretch out and shoot the three-pointer, and that's not how you win games as a big man. That's not how you become a dominant center, or a dominant big man, especially when you're not dominant on the defensive side of the ball as well. But we're going to talk about offense here. And pretty much you blame Dirk for this large import of big men that want to float out and shoot three balls and be stretched, want to be guards and point guards in that nature, and that's not how you play winning basketball, and that's not how you get the biggest impact on your team. Now, if you look at a guy like Shaq, when he came in with Orlando, I think they won like 14, 15, 16 games in their first year. Shaq, just with Shaq on that team alone, when he got drafted on that team and they won the lottery by luck, or, it's always a luck draw to win the lottery. They won 40-something games that year. Missed the playoffs for like 1 or 2 games, and that's the impact that a real dominant big man had. And what the younger generation doesn't understand, they think that you have to have a stretch three, and you can't have two big guys that play together in the post. I agree with that to a similar extent, but you did have guys like Ralph Sampson, and Hakeem Olajuwon, who briefly, I think, played together, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. You can have those big guys that can play together, as well. It's just the way how the game is played, and people see the Warriors play the small ball, the Cavs play the small ball, but in fact, those teams would, get murdered by some of the older guys with elite big men. But the reason it's so important for your big man to predominantly play 80+% in the post is because, for one, it's an easy bucket once you can play from the post, and most of these guys on here is very talented and can play from the post. It's an easy 2 buckets, You can throw it into them and get 2. You know what I mean? And then second thing about it, you throw it in there and you getting 2, and you getting 2 every time. Then they gonna want to start fouling you and be physical. You getting the other big guy in trouble. And once you drop tiers off, you go from one big man to the second big man. It's a large drop off in talent from a starting center to the backup center. You know what I mean? You get in foul trouble. Then when you that dominant, then you draw double teams, and it opens up everything for your offense. Everybody can be open, get open shots they haven't seen before. And, you take a lot of pressure off the offense, knowing that the point guard can throw it in, and he can trust you to go in there and get to the line, get the other guy in foul trouble if you can't free throws, and get 2 every time. That takes a lot of pressure off of guys like LeBron James, Chris Paul, guys that feel like they have to be able to control the ball every time down, and have to get a point and work through the offense. You throw it in there to a guy like Shaq, Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning. Those guys are getting 2 points every time they're getting to the line. And once you get so dominant in the post, it just opens up everything for the offense, and it takes a lot of pressure off your guys. Instead of, for Karl Anthony Towns, he want to stretch out and play a 3 and clog up and really contest the perimeter. He go down there and get 2, draw a double team. Andrew Wiggins doesn't have to dribble and work so hard to create his own shot. He can really just catch and shoot. You know what I mean? Catch, pump fake, dribble, get to the rim. And that's the importance of playing through the post. And that's why, it was so many guys were so effective from the post. The one-legged fade away from Karl Malone. That's why he's one of the highest scoring players in the NBA. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all of them played through the post and had an instant impact in the NBA. You know what I mean? Yeah, some of them developed the 15 to 20 footer in their career, and that's cool. But none of them needed to stretch out from the 3-point line because it wasn't and it have to. You can get 2 or 3 points every time down the trip by getting and ones and finishing at the rim. You know what I mean? Drop step, fade away, post fade away. You know, going over the right, left hand, shoulder. Just an array of post moves. That's all you really need. And these guys do not want to play predominantly in the post. They want to step out with the 15-footer, the 20, step out on 3-pointer. You're working on 3-point shooting when all you really need to be in the post. And it takes a lot of pressure off of your guard play and your perimeter players. You know what I'm saying? And once you demand that double team, especially with these guys playing small ball, and you pounding these out and you getting these guys in foul trouble every time you get the easy 2, and they got to go out there and drive past you, or if you're in the defender, and you can play zone now, or they out here taking 12 threes in a quarter, you know, you posting up every time getting the easy 2, you know, versus them shooting 40% at best from 3-pointer on a regular night basis. You posting up in the paint every time your guy down there getting 64, 65%. And then when he kicks it out for the little 5 or 6, 7 threes you do take in a quarter, you shooting about 50, 60% because predominantly all of them is wide open. It's that easy. But, you know, different era, but we gone.